Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Yo, what's going on? I'm Scoots Brunson.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is the Viewers Anonymous podcast. What's going on with you, Brody?
Man, can't call it. Another day in the lab. Trying to get my mind together for this one we got coming up, man. This is a but it's gonna be a pod right here. But man, how about yourself, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm great. I can't lie to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all before, started my Twitch journey. Been streaming like crazy, man. Been having fun doing it. So you know what I'm saying? It's growing slowly but surely. So I'm trying to figure out little stuff here and there. I'm still learning as I go along, but it's been going good, man.
That's what's up, man. Glad to hear that it's growing. That's always a positive thing, man, because this is all about growth, man, for everybody. Everybody involved, you, me, the whole team. So that's definitely great to hear, man. So you feeling better than the last pod, man? You was a little, can we call it under the weather?
No, I was drunk. Nah, I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. That was you know what I'm saying? That was something that I had tried out. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got like people, I don't know if you watch Twitch, but like on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got like their own little, you know what I'm saying, like community for real. So for me, man, I was really trying to find something that I could do that would kind of be like a, you know what I'm saying, something that would kind of bring people in to, you know what I'm saying, check me out and do something like that. So I figured every month I'd do a drunk gaming day.
A drunk gaming day, but this gaming, but it's wild, but it's definitely wild.
I've seen people playing the game dressed up as like actual game characters. I've seen it where they dressed up as like anime characters. You know what I'm saying? I've seen stuff where like couples, they do their gaming thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's so many different, you know what I'm saying, ways that you can go about it. So I just figured, you know, the easiest way for me to do it is, you know what I'm saying, try to become the drink champs of gaming.
The drink. Yo, this guy right here. I can't fuck with you, man. This is what I said, the drink champs of gaming.
Yeah, man.
But the only people that's gonna get that is you actually listen to drink champs.
Facts.
Hopefully
Nori hit me up, man, and sign me on for it, and we can make something like that happen. Nori, man, get at us.
Man, ain't that right?
For real.
Shit, coming off one of his biggest interviews, but you know what I'm saying?
Crazy interview, man.
I mean, I didn't see it or hear it, but
oh, you didn't?
Man, you know me, man. I can't entertain that type of shit, man.
Let me put it like this: Part 1 is worth it. I just say that.
Man, look, I heard some clips, seen some clips. That's all I need to see.
Nah, man, listen, I'm telling you, you gotta watch it, bro. Or at least you gotta listen to it. And the only reason I'm saying that is because he says some stuff in there that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but then like that's the thing about him though, man. And that's why I can't entertain it, is because a lot of it's like half of it's bullshit, and then he might have a few gems where it's like where it's for the betterment of like black people, but then at the same time you'll sit here and throw down John Legend and Big Sean because they didn't vote for you.
And that's what I already knew that's what you was aiming at. Okay, look, if you take that out of that out of
I can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. The stuff that you talking about, if you take that out of it, that's still damn near hour and some change conversation. That's what I'm saying. The conversation was way bigger than the little clips that everybody kept putting out. I knew everybody was going to put that out about John Legend and Big Sean and all them. And you know what I'm saying? Him talking about that. The real, you know what I'm saying? Like the real stuff he was talking about, I'm telling you, bro, if you listen to it, you're going to be like, oh yeah, that was nice. Because even when I first heard it, I'm like, all right, man, let me just check this out. And then I was about to turn it off. until they got to this one conversation he was having about how it was something about how he was saying that his something about his house. So like he was saying about this concept of him being like a nomad. So he's saying like, you know what I'm saying, his house is not like what we look at, you know what I'm saying, it ain't a house. His house is basically just, you know what I'm saying, like him, his bag, like wherever he at, that's technically, you know what I'm saying, what he's saying as his house. So he was just saying how he has this vision of, you know what I'm saying, basically how back in the day people would go somewhere like on the goods system, like, you know what I'm saying, you would trade goods for goods, stuff like that, or services for goods and stuff like that, because he was just saying how all the way that they have it set up now is that like how capitalism is really ruining humanity. But I mean, he was making a great point, man. I think you should, you know what I'm saying, give it a shot, bro.
Man, look, I'm gonna go on record on wax right now.
Mm-hmm.
Musically, let me say this first. Musically, genius.
Mm-hmm.
All the other shit,
mm-hmm.
I don't fuck with him. Like, like, man, my thing is everybody. I'm hearing, oh man, he's a genius. He's not that much of a fucking genius, man. To me,
oh no,
like,
he's really a genius.
I don't think so.
Trust me,
I would disagree.
He's
a genius at getting people to pay attention, but a lot of people are gullible, and it's just like, honestly, I don't have time for that type of shit in my life. To be honest with you, like, I can't. Like that time you wanted me to watch that
Velociraptor.
No. No, when you wanted me to watch Academics and who he had on that show that day.
It wasn't Brittany Renner, it was 6ix9ine,
and some dude.
And Wack 100, yeah.
Yeah. I like, man, dude, 10 minutes. I can't do this. I can't.
I listened to that whole thing. To me, I don't take none of the stuff serious. I take it as what it is entertainment. So for me, like, especially that Wack 100 and 6ix9ine thing, to me, bro, that's pure entertainment. That's all theatrics. I mean, it's really, to me, that was like, that's top of the line podcasting.
I mean, it is, but then at the same time, this motherfucker just, well, I'm talking about Kanye West, just gap his head up, and we made a big story out of it. And it's like, that's what he does.
Correction.
He knows.
Correction. We didn't. They did.
Well, yeah. And
that's that's my point. That's one of his points. That's what I said. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's one of his points in the thing. He even said that, like, why is me getting a haircut a story?
Exactly. And that's why I don't entertain it. I'm just not going to be the one that's going to jump into it. It's just like,
it's a great. Well, even if you don't watch it, it's a great interview. If anybody out there is listening, I think that, you know what I'm saying, if you are curious, I think you should definitely take a listen. Part 2, you can get into part 2 if you want to, but they was more so talking about, you know what I'm saying, the initiative that they had to, you know what I'm saying, try to get Larry Hoover free. So, you know what I'm saying, they getting a little bit into that, and then he kind of going to like this rant mode toward the end of it, which he say some stuff in there too that I kind of agree with. But you already know, man, I'm weird like that, bro. Like, I was agreeing with Joe when he was like, all right, so put it like this. Every at least maybe once or twice a week, I go back and listen to that rant Joe was doing when they had just left Spotify.
I see what you're saying, and
I
but
listen
the whole
to that
thing
faithfully.
But then and then like I say, some of this shit I'm not gonna understand anyway, because when Joe was going off all about how Kanye West had gloves on, and like when you in like a different world around different people,
no, I totally understood
and all that shit. And I'm like, fuck y'all elitists. This is nuts. Like,
it's not
just
it's
because
not
you walk into a room with different
thing,
people, you wear gloves, and
it's
like,
not an elitist thing though. It's a thing about, if you pay attention though, it's a thing about energy. Like how Ish was saying, like, yo, when you know what I'm saying, dapping up people, yo, you absorbing energy in that. That's a real thing, bro. So, like, you know what I'm saying, most people, when they say, you know what I'm saying, godliness is next to cleanliness, that's why you dap people up. You don't shake hands with them. You shake hands, that's a direct contact. You know what I'm saying? You got to touch your face and everything with your palm and all that other stuff. When you just dapping somebody up, you just dapping somebody up. So that's a lot of it made a lot of sense, man. I'm telling you, you gotta check them out, man.
Just don't dap.
Nah, see, because some people say that
I
rude.
mean, dude, fuck that, man. I'm sick, dude. I've been spent all my life being a fucking nice guy. Everybody, oh, Sean's nice, and all that type of
Mhm.
shit, and I get shitted on because of it. Fuck that bullshit.
Welcome to the club, man.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, no, I'm not the fucking nice guy no more. No, I
Uh-oh.
don't want to give you dap. I want to give you dap. I'm not dapping you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it. Yo.
Or wear
Like,
gloves, like Kanye.
hey, I mean, I give you a pound but I only give you a pound if I really fuck with you. And there ain't a lot of people I fuck with. So,
But see, that's what he talking about. Even still, though, bro, you don't know. Like, even if you know what I'm saying, you know somebody, you don't know what they really doing. You know what I mean? You don't want everybody energy all over you, man.
man, listen, my circle's so small, and then the crazy part, I can't even dap my damn circle. So it's like, what's the fucking point?
Facts.
all
Facts.
y'all, everybody live in different states and shit.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of y'all is in the same state, but like, still, man. Okay, we went on a tangent there, but
yeah, we did. That was a good one, though. That was a real good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So today, man, we're doing an appreciation episode. Luckily, you know what I'm saying, somehow JD just so happened to hit us up at the right time, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I was about to go in here and start talking about the next the next movie we were supposed to be watching. But luckily, you know what I'm saying, you had reminded me. I misread, you know what I'm saying, our production notes. So I was all off. However, you know what I'm saying, we on the right page. So like I said, man, this is an appreciation episode for the great, you know what I'm saying, one of the GOATs of acting. I don't even know how else to put it. The father of Chet Hanks, man. I think that's one of his greatest accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? One of his greatest accomplishments ever, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, check it out, Mr. You know what I'm saying? Tom Hanks, man, one of the greatest to ever do it, bro. So first off, he's been doing this since 1980.
Shit, man. That's 5 years before I was born.
Man, listen, we have to applaud that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta show some love and appreciation for that, because that's a long career, bro.
That's a long career.
That's a what? 41 year career?
Yeah. 41.
You know what I'm saying?
41, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's fire.
It is. It's very fire. And for him to still, I mean, just put out a new movie on Apple Plus. I haven't watched it yet. But to just put a new movie out, Tom Hanks is still box office magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the great thing about him is just how he just engulfed into these different characters. It's like there's not a movie where, like, some people, like, when you see Tom Hanks, this is the thing about Tom Hanks that's different from a lot of people. If you just with a random person and they see Tom Hanks, you don't know what they're gonna say. There are some people, you know, if you say Chris Tucker, shit, maybe 90% of the people, or at least 80% of people, gonna say, "Oh man, that's Smokey." You know what I'm saying? But with Tom Hanks, it's so. I mean, it's really him and Denzel, because there's no one movie or 2 or 3 movies that you could just say, "Yo, that's Denzel," because he got so many fire movies and there's so many different opinions. Tom is the same thing. He has so many great movies out there. You can't really, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know we spoke about this a little bit. Yeah, a lot of people, Castaway was just one of those movies that was just different because it was just, you know what I'm saying? It was him, the survival and all that type of shit. But then you got the damn, shit. What I was going to say? You got the Forrest Gump and shit. But this is the thing with him though. He got a whole franchise.
Going to get it.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. But he got a whole franchise out here as Robert Langdon. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Listen, great three of the greatest books ever, and then to turn around and turn them into movies with Tom Hanks. He actually he really embodied that character so much so that, like, now that's like, if when you think of Iron Man, you think of Robert Downey Jr. When you think of Robert Langdon, bro, you think of Tom Hanks.
True, but that depends on the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, yeah, because they also could look at him as Woody.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so many great roles out there that he has done, it's hard to really tie him to one movie because he's done so well.
Yep.
And the crazy part about it, dude, this dude has 2 Oscars, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has 199 nominations. You know how many wins he got? 91.
Damn.
Like, now, granted, I know we don't really, I don't equate awards as greatness, but I'm just saying that's a good fucking percentage.
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but I think the reason Tom Hanks is such a great actor and he's able to you know what I'm saying, portray so many different characters in all of these, you know what I'm saying, different roles, is because he's such a down to earth person. I remember watching a interview when they were talking about the last Toy Story or something to come out, and him and Tim Allen, you know what I'm saying, were sitting in the chairs getting interviewed or whatever, and they were getting interviewed by this like black reporter or something like that. So he was asking them something about like spades and like all of these black games. So, you know, Tim Allen like, nah, I've never heard of any of that type of stuff. So Tom Hanks like, yeah, man. He was like all the time. He was like, I used to go to Compton all the time and play those games. So that just lets you know, like, that's the type of dude he is, bro. Like, just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, in the time that, you know what I'm saying, before the 80s, he was able to go to Compton and hang out, you know what I'm saying, in those areas and be accepted, you know what I'm saying, and have friends in that area, and, you know what I'm saying, have those people in that area. That's dope. So that lets you know just the type of person he is, that he's able to, you know what I'm saying, be so personable and actually be, you know what I'm saying, such a great person.
Yeah, man, most definitely. And also, man, we can't forget about the actual one son that actually looks like him, man. You know, we can't forget about Colin Hanks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Nobody
now
cares about Colin Hanks, bro. It's
this
all
is
about
true.
Chet.
It is all about Chet. Orange County was funny though.
Yeah,
I will give him
sure.
Orange County.
Sure.
Orange County was funny, and this was the first time I was even made aware of him. Like, I didn't even know.
But Orange County wasn't funny because of Colin Hanks. Orange County was funny. Jack Black made that movie what it was, bro.
This is true. This is true. I just wanted to give him a little props, man. But he do look like that motherfucker.
Yeah, 100%.
He look just like him, but unfortunately, he don't act like him. But yeah, he always seemed like a down to earth dude. Like, I haven't seen a lot of interviews of his, but he's always seemed like that dude who, like, the way they would put it. I used to listen to Colin Cowherd a lot, and like, he would always talk about like, oh well, you know, Bill Belichick is that, you know, he's one of the greatest coaches out there, but you wouldn't want to have a beer with him. You know what I'm saying? And like, Tom Hanks seemed like that type of guy, was like, it seemed like it'd be fun to sit down and have a beer with him.
Tom Hanks definitely seemed like he would be fun to have a beer with.
And then he seemed like one of those people who wouldn't act like if he just walked into a bar just in Dayton or in Greenville or whatever, I don't think he would walk in this bitch like, yo, I'm Tom Hanks. I think he would walk in there and be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? You want to be?
He seemed like one of those dudes that he wouldn't want you to know he was Tom Hanks.
Yeah, like he seemed like he wouldn't want to be the person to stand out in the room. You know what I mean? Like,
he just want to be a part of the crowd. Yeah,
exactly. And I think
I'm gonna tell you how I knew Tom Hanks was that dude. Remember when he caught COVID?
Oh yeah.
The world was in a frenzy, bro. The world was in a frenzy because Tom Hanks caught COVID, bro. That's how you know how dope or how much he means to the acting world. As soon as he caught it, it was people that didn't even know who Tom Hanks was, and they was like, "Oh no, man, Tom Hanks got COVID." That's how dope Tom Hanks is. That
young crowd was like, "Yo, Chet Dad got COVID." Yo,
yeah.
When Chet Hanks was on motherfucking Empire, my God. Hey. Hey, what? I was like, yo, it's time to stop watching this shit, yo.
Yeah.
I had to get away from that show. But But yeah, man, this dude, man, like, yeah, he seems like one of those real down to earth dudes, and that's why I think that it's so easy for him to embody a character because he's been so widely to where like he has done like almost everything. He's been a cop, he's been a prison guard, he's been a captain a couple of times. He's, you know what I mean? He just, and then, we talked about this. He's been the most interesting man in the world, you know. So it's like for him to bounce around to all these different characters, and then what makes him great, and we spoke about this a little bit when we were talking about American Beauty last episode, when I was talking about Kevin Spacey's face when he was about to smash old girl before she found out she was a virgin. It's like,
even though she's a teenager.
Yeah, it's not just the lines, it's the mannerism, it's everything, and it's just the way that he keeps everything going. Like, okay, for instance, right? I was telling you one of my guilty pleasure movies to watch is A League of Their Own. Yeah. Right? He played I think it was and he was a former player. He hit 528 home runs. No, 56 home runs in 1 year or some shit like that. So like he was a really good baseball player, but his last 5 years he drunk himself basically out of the league. And he tore all his ligaments up in his knees. So he had this mean limp. And just the way he limped through the whole fucking film. Like and like the facial expressions that he had and just how he can actually play a drunk manager. And it's like it for someone, because I mean, I remember listening to Dancing Idris play Snowfall. Right. And he was talking about how he had what do you call it? It wasn't cramps. No, it wasn't cramps. It was
the Charlie horse.
No, it might have been like it was something like that, or spasms or something from walking with that cane. Because he had to keep walking with that cane, like it fucked up his shoulder and like his hip or something, some shit like that. They were saying, and it was like he was in physical pain, like because he had to cut the way that he had to like arch his back and stuff from walking
to make it like he was really injured.
Yeah, and it was like for him to even walk the way that he walked away, like when he had got down on the knee and like he prayed before the game, like it took him like 17 minutes to get down on one knee, like that. Like just the everything that he adds to a character is amazing, man. This dude is really seriously a goat out here.
Oh no, for sure. What was the first movie you saw with Tom Hanks in it?
Ooh. I'm sitting here trying to think, dude, because it might have been fucking A League of Your Own. It was either that or hell, it might be Green Mile. Or no, you know what? The more I think about it, it might be Saving Private Ryan.
That's a good one. Mine is Big.
You know what? Never mind. I'm lying to you. I'm lying. Forrest Gump. I think Forrest Gump might have been my first movie.
Yeah, mine is Big.
But I might have seen him and just didn't know. I didn't know that he was on Tales from the Crypt for a couple of years.
Well, he from 80 to 87, he had a hell of a TV career. I remember Bosom Buddies. He was on The Love Boat. He was on.
Damn, he was on Happy Days.
Yeah, Happy Days, Taxi. I don't know what Family Ties is. It sounds familiar, but I don't know Family Ties. What else was he in? He was in Dragnet. And that's a good one. But the first time I remember watching Tom Hanks in the movie was Big.
Yeah, I remember you saying something about this, man.
Yeah.
But it was something I never seen because you got on me. You was like, you never seen Big? I was like,
Yeah,
nah.
Big was one of those movies as a kid. Like that was a fire movie because it's about a dude who works for this company, but he ends up turning into he ends up basically something happens to where I mean not a dude work. It's a little boy who basically wishes he was an adult. He ends up turning into an adult, and him having such a childlike mindset, and you know what I'm saying, just having those same freedoms as a kid, you know what I'm saying, but being an adult, he ends up getting his job at like this toy company and being like one of the, you know what I'm saying, one of the best people at the toy company. But you know what I'm saying, he also dealing with the fact that he's an adult, so he's also going through adult things like, you know what I'm saying, dating a woman and all this other stuff without knowing, you know what I'm saying, the proper things to do because technically he's still like at a 12-year-old, 10-year-old mindset.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. I mean, that sounds familiar, but I don't think I ever seen it. But
Well,
that sounds
if
familiar.
you ever seen the like if you ever seen how like cartoons or like a Family Guy or something like that, you know, they would do the little piano thing where they stepping on the piano doing like the little thing in the toy store, something like that.
Yeah.
That's basically one of the scenes from Big. So if you ever see like a Family Guy or like one of them do something like that, that's basically where they got that from.
Got you. Man, you know what I want to see again, man? And I think that it's about that time. I wish that I could get them on the horn and speak to them about this. I want to see Tom Hanks and Denzel again together. You know, for them to be in Philadelphia. Um, you know, Philadelphia, he played a man with HIV, and you know what I'm saying? He
Based
got
on the true
fired.
story.
Yeah, and he got fired from his law office, and he got a homophobic lawyer, which was Denzel Washington, to help him. You know, and I think that those two dudes together. But see, the great thing about now is with them both being directors and producers and shit like that, like they could do something with their own vision.
Oh, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And I
For
think
sure.
that I think it's that time, man, because if Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci can do it again, we got them oh, what's that Netflix joint? The Irishman.
The Irishman.
I mean, if they could put together some
I was
shit.
about to say The Gentleman. I don't know where that came from, but I'm glad you said something before I did.
Oh man, that was The Irishman, man, because I just think that the subject matter of that movie was wow. But like you said, based on the true story. But then at the same time, Tom is so him and Denzel are so good at embodying the character. It's like I remember having a conversation with you. I mean, God, man, I think this was in our early Viewers Anonymous days.
Yeah.
And I was saying that where are the new legends? You know what I'm saying? And like, unfortunately, things are going to be seen like this, because we're all about who's the next. You know what I'm saying? Such and such. And it's like when we look at Tom Hanks, it's like, who is that next Tom Hanks? You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it don't seem like one of his kids is going to be able to carry that mantle. Right. I'm not saying John David can or can't, but I think that John David's on a good path. I mean, I don't think that's like, I mean, do we really think Thaddeus Moss gonna be Randy? You know what I mean?
He don't like. I see what you're saying, but I mean that's just like, I think in that instance you don't want to even Denzel said it. You don't really want to put that type of pressure on them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Denzel even, you know what I'm saying, like he never mentioned the fact that John David was out here doing it. John David never mentioned the fact that was his dad. You know what I'm saying? Just like that's something that sprung up because reporters do what reporters do. You know what I mean? Like to me, I feel like doing that would be like the whole Jordan thing. Like Michael Jordan is your dad, so you know what I'm saying, you expected to play basketball, and then when you go play, you know what I'm saying, you really cheeks. So everybody like, oh man, well, that fell through.
Well, I mean, just like Bronny. I mean, now the thing with him, what he did do, first of all, there's two people that are like this. I was telling my old lady, I was like, "Do you know what Steph Curry name is?" She was like, "What? Stephen Curry?" I was like, "No, his name is Waddell. His name is
Wardell.
Wardell Curry Jr. He don't rock the junior."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he has his dad's whole
Yeah.
name, but he
Yep,
goes by
Curry,
another name. And even though his name is LeBron James Jr., he goes by Bronny James.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's one of those things of like saying like, yeah, this is my dad. Yeah, my dad is great, but I'm still my own person at the end of the
Right.
day. So I'm gonna go by another name. And yeah, you're right. They shouldn't have that pressure, but the way that the media set up, they're gonna do it
Mm-hmm.
that way.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And what I thought was great about John David, and we'll get back to Tom, but what was great about him was he created his own path. This dude went, if I'm not mistaken, I think he still has the rushing record at Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? Like he tried to make to the NFL, and he said he got a tryout with I think the Rams, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I think he went into camp with the Rams, but he ended up getting cut. So he tried to do his own path. Like he didn't even really want to go into acting. Like he was like his dream was to make the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you go into the same profession as someone that is great as your dad, because at the end of the day, he look at like, you know what I'm saying, that dad, that ain't Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Colin and Chet, like, shit, that's Pops. They're not looking at him like
Chet knows that's Tom Hanks. Chet definitely knows that's Tom Hanks.
Yo, Chet is out here wilding, yo.
Chet is the man.
I like Chet though. I fuck with Chet.
I like Chet too, but I ain't gonna lie to you. To me, Chet is Tom Hanks' real personality.
I think you know what I was about to say that. I think that's really what Tom Hanks is like, but we just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Just the energy that he give off, bro. Because he one of them people that he too seems like he's just a bunch of fun to be around.
Dude, I think that's really Tom Hanks on the low. Like, you know what I'm saying? He give us now. Look, we watched him play Mr. Rogers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just can't imagine it. But like, nah, like, dude, I think Tom Hanks really used to be in the club, like, doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't no camera phones, all that type shit back then. Tom know how to be secret about it. I think Chet is more Tom Hanks than Colin is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the record of saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta do this, man. So people got a preview of some of your thoughts on Forrest Gump.
Oh my God.
So you saying that Forrest Gump / Tom Hanks is the biggest cap of all time.
First off, don't do that. I said Forrest Gump, not Tom Hanks.
Yeah, true.
Forrest Gump is the greatest cap artist of all time. Yes.
So this guy.
That's my theory of the movie Forrest Gump. It's about a dude at a bus stop who's waiting on a bus, and as he's waiting on this bus, he's just telling people. He's just making up these stories to tell people just to have something to talk about. He's the king of small talk.
Man, this is more than a king of small talk.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is oh man, this dude is in another galaxy when it comes to small talk. Because to sit on a park bench, you know what I'm saying? Which this bench is a tourist spot now.
Yeah,
I found this out like a year ago. Where it's
it's a real bench.
Yeah, it's a real bench,
fire.
and tourists go there and like take pictures on that bench.
Yeah, see, I never knew that.
Yeah, I found this out. Man, I forgot what I was listening to, but I'm like, are you serious? Cause I think it's in like Savannah, Georgia, or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
And but yeah, it's a real spot. But it's just like for this dude to sit here and tell the stories that he told, and for him to thrive at everything. And then I ain't even thinking about this shit till we was really talking about this on the Coming Soon. Well, this dude literally sit here and said, yo, I got shot in the ass. I'm in rehab. And these people wanted me to play ping pong and now all of a sudden I'm the greatest ping pong player in the world.
I go to the Olympics and beat somebody in ping pong and win gold. Also,
Yeah.
I used to play for the University of Alabama under Barry Bryant, and guess what? I even ran a touchdown out of the stadium.
Dude, they had to put a sign up to say "Run Forrest, run," then "Stop Forrest."
Also, when I was a child, I used to have braces because I had this rare leg disease. But then one day when I was getting bullied, I tried to run away from him, but I broke the braces off, and next thing you know, I could run.
Yeah.
Also, I got a Purple Heart from getting shot in the ass because I went back and saved 20 people during a fucking bombing. No, bro. It's all cap.
Why would he sit there and lie about this, man?
Because he's at the bus stop with nothing else to do. Why would Forrest Gump be in the meeting room with the Black Panthers? What are we talking about?
Yo, what you talking about? He couldn't be lying, man. He was in the Nike ad, man. You know what I'm saying? He ran around the world in them Cortezes.
Fuck, he didn't. Then let me tell you something. Wasn't he considered like slow?
I don't know if they was going for slow.
I don't want to say slow because I don't think that's the right. I don't know what he was considered, but I'm saying slow. Y'all know what I mean.
I think that they was really going for an odd dude who didn't beat around anybody but his mother, man.
Don't be PC right now, bro. Don't be PC right now, bro. You know what they meant for him to be. So he wouldn't have been able to get in the military.
At that time, they probably would have took him because that was what was that Vietnam?
Probably.
I think it was. I think it was Vietnam. Dude, they weren't taking anybody.
So, he didn't even play under Barry Bryant then, because Vietnam was what, the 70s?
60s. Late 60s.
Barry Bryant was what, the 40s?
Something like that, 40s, 50s.
Liar. Once again, cat. See? Come on, man.
Was it Vietnam? I don't remember if it was Vietnam or if it was World War II, man. I would have to look at that.
It was Vietnam. It was definitely Vietnam.
We gonna check this out, man. We gonna check this out.
Because ain't no way he going from World War II to the Panthers, bro, in that time span. So it had to be Vietnam.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm telling you, man, Forrest Gump is a liar.
Hey, but this guy
this nigga was on a shrimping boat. How do you know how to catch shrimp?
Man, look, remember what's the name told him? Wasn't it?
Man, Bubba didn't tell him how to catch no damn shrimp.
Bubba did. Bubba told him everything, talking about every shrimp that was in the thing, man.
That's all he told him. He didn't tell him how to catch shrimp. Where did he get the money to go get a boat to go catch shrimp?
Man, listen.
Mm-hmm. He was friends with a legless Lieutenant Dan.
But Lieutenant Dan wasn't legless at first.
This shit is cap, bro. It's all cap. That's all I'm saying, bro.
It was Vietnam. It was.
I know, because that's when Jenny was playing the guitar naked, and then all of a sudden he become this great street brawler when dude tried to grab up on Jenny, even though she was in a strip club playing the guitar.
Well, the dude was being disrespectful in the crowd, man.
Nigga, she was naked with a guitar at the strip club. He was tipping her.
Nah, man, we call her like a hoe or a slut or some shit, man. I can't remember what it was, man.
I mean,
hey,
wasn't she?
I mean, yeah. Dude, I hate Jenny, man.
Wasn't she a prostitute?
Man, Jenny was everything. She was a prostitute. She was a drug addict.
That's what I'm saying. You mean to tell me he had this whole fascination with a drugged up stripping prostitute?
But she wasn't that when he met her, though, man. Remember, they grew up together. And then she left.
Then he went off the ward and then just so happened to find her again when she was a drugged up stripping prostitute.
Man, my whole thing is then she gonna try to come back when she got fucking AIDS and shit. This motherfucker out here with full blown AIDS with a kid, and then she don't say nothing to the. So basically, if she never would have got AIDS, Forrest never would have knew he had a son.
Wait a minute. That was Forrest's son?
You didn't see him?
Wait, so I never realized that they banged out.
Yeah, he banged her one time.
And got her pregnant. Cap! That's what I'm saying, bro. This nigga's
bro.
The one time they bang, bro, she get pregnant. Now all of a sudden, this nigga got a son with the woman of his dreams, who he been chasing his whole life. No, bro, get out of here. Forrest Gump is a cap artist. He's a liar. He's a whole manipulator. Hey. And I want to know what was in them chocolates that he was trying to get everybody to eat at the goddamn bus stop.
Man, look. Life is like a box of chocolate.
Yeah, you never know when you're going to wake up.
Nah, but yo, that is a great perspective on the film. I never heard it before. But like, man,
go back and watch it again. Go back and watch it again. And come back and talk to me after you get done watching. I'm telling you, and keep that in mind that this could all be one big ass lie. He's a liar.
This is true. This is true. Mm-hmm. So I want to speak about something. I'm not gonna speak too long on it, but it's one of those ones where it's just like it's under the radar. Like a lot of people don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? You just really gotta be into just films like that, like I am. He did a movie back in 2015 called Bridge of Spies, right? Mm-hmm. So he is a spy for the Soviets.
Okay.
Well, it was during the Cold War, and like they sent him in to basically, to spy on the Soviets, and he was given the CIA, intelligence and all this type shit.
Yeah.
And it called Bridge of Spies because like they made like the deal on this bridge or whatever and all this type shit. But it was a really, really fucking good movie, man. It's one of, like I say, it's one of those movies that slept on because it didn't really like take off like a Tom Hanks movie usually does. But I think it's one of those movies that you would enjoy. I don't think you ever seen it before because your facial expression seems like you haven't seen it.
Not at all.
And it's also, inspired on true stories. And that's another thing. Tom Hanks, he killed everything, but these true story joints he be doing, this dude really be embodying these people, dude, that when he plays like a character, like he played in Bridge of Spies, man. It's a really, really, really good movie, man. I would suggest people go out and watch that.
He is the based on the true story king, bro.
Thinking off head, he might be
Captain Phillips.
Yep.
Sully.
Bridge of Spies. Sully.
Bridge of Spies. He was Walt Disney in Saving Mr. Banks.
Philadelphia.
Ithaca.
He
was Matthew McCully, who was like a writer or something like that.
Captain Krause, Greyhound.
Yep, Greyhound. Hold on. It's another one too. Charlie Wilson's War. He was Charlie Wilson. That's based off a true story.
Shit is what's the name? Is I don't know if it is. I'm asking you. Green Mile in a real story, is it?
No, hell no.
Okay, what about Saving Captain Private Ryan? I don't know. I'm asking.
See, that one I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Apollo 13.
I was about to say Apollo 13.
Yeah, Apollo 13. So he's been in movies, bro, where like he's portrayed some like
dude, a league of their own. Even though they say the characters was fictional except Dottie. They said Dottie was like the. I mean, it really happened, but I think that the story is
like the names and stuff got changed up for the.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like he played Mr. Rogers, bro.
Dude, Mr. Rogers, like we grew up on Mr. Rogers. I mean, I know he's still a little bit before our time. He was more like my sister's time. My sister was born like 77, but like, I mean, everybody know who Mr. Rogers is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
definitely,
yeah. So we before we got to get into your shit. Like it seems like you are a huge Castaway fan.
Oh, listen, Castaway to me is one of those movies that, if any movie can portray how well of an actor you are, Castaway is one of those movies, because you got to realize that he literally was by himself through this whole movie. This is one of those movies like that in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You got some acting here and there. Toward the end, of course, you know what I'm saying? You got some acting here and there. But for the most part, I mean, let's keep it real, bro. He was basically on an island by himself through that whole movie. And he literally had to act like somebody who was stranded on the island. And that was probably one of the greatest movies of all time.
So best single person performance? I don't know how many single persons you've seen, because I mean the only one I've seen, I Am Legend.
No, that wasn't a single person performance though.
I mean, but was he?
Because old girl and her kid was in the movie.
True, but as far as running time, was he had more running time alone, or did he have more running time with the girl and the kid?
I don't know, but I just don't count it as a movie by itself. And he had a dog.
He had Wilson.
Nigga, Wilson was a volleyball, bro. What are you talking about?
Wilson had a personality and everything. What you talking about?
He thought Wilson had a personality.
Exactly. He gave him a face and everything.
Anytime it panned over to Wilson, you know what you heard?
Nothing.
Exactly. When it panned over to that dog, he whimpered. It's a big difference.
Man, it ain't a big difference, because Wilson was talking to him in his head, man.
But you couldn't hear what Wilson was saying. I'm
talking
about for the viewer. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about for the viewer. We didn't know what was going on in Wilson's mind.
You just gave Wilson the mind, though.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't know what, but that goes to how great Tom Hanks was in that movie. The fact that he made people cry when Wilson floated away, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
my nigga, people cried in the movie because a volleyball floated in the sea. Yeah, that's greatness.
Dude, that is greatness. That's probably
greatness, man.
That's probably one of the greatest scenes ever. For people to get that emotional about a ball floating away,
volleyball, bro,
with a blood print for a face.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. That may be the best solo acting career, because I'm trying to think. Like I like Buried too with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Buried.
To me that was great, because you know what I'm saying, the suspense and the anxiety of it all. I think Ryan Reynolds did a great job in that movie. I'm trying to think who else.
I can't. Nothing is coming to mind right now.
Bro, we just did something like Buried not too long ago, where it was just one person.
I felt like we did too. Now I can't remember what it was.
Damn.
Yeah, it slipped my mind. If we think about it, we'll bring it up. But
yeah, for sure, it probably is though. But no, man, Castaway to me is just that movie. Just it really showcases how great of a talent Tom Hanks is.
Man, most definitely, man. But you know, one of my favorite joints that he dealt with was the Da Vinci Codes, man.
Oh, for sure.
Especially the first one.
Code, Angel and Demons, and Inferno.
Man, I mean, to me, honestly, Da Vinci Code was the best out of the whole series.
I agree.
For me.
We did Da Vinci Code, didn't we?
You know what? I don't think we ever got
we did Da
to
Vinci
it. Did
Code.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We did. We did the first one. That was it.
Yep.
But
Okay, so this is the good thing about it though, right? And I don't know if I said this on that episode, but the Da Vinci Code is supposed to be the second movie. Angels and Demons was supposed to be first. Then it was supposed to be Da Vinci Code, then Inferno.
man, well, they started with a bang.
They did, but I'm just saying, just in order of the way the books went, because Angels and Demons came out first, then Da Vinci Code came out, then Inferno came out last.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. But the way that he embodied Robert Langdon, man, it was sensational, man. Like for this dude, and that's why I say like we didn't look at him as Robert Langdon, and we didn't think about him. We didn't think about Castaway,
right?
You know, we didn't think about Forrest Gump. It's like he's able to do that, and there's not a lot of people that could do that. Like him and Denzel, and really Samuel Jackson is really the same thing.
Morgan
Freeman, yeah. Like
and
we don't.
Will Ferrell.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think every time I see Morgan Freeman, man, I just see an older Mr. Clark, man. I ain't even lying.
Nah, not at all.
Nah, he done a lot of shit. He done a lot of shit. He done a lot of shit. But yeah, you're right, man. You want to know another one? It's two of them. And this is what I meant that day when I was talking about these legends, man. We might just have to do. We'll get everybody individual justice, but two people that I was gonna mention was Al Pacino and Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't think of one movie.
Because I was gonna say Pacino could easily be Scarface.
Yeah, easily. But then you got the Godfathers out there.
Exactly.
You got Devil's Advocate out there. You got
Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday. Like there's so many. The Irishman. Like there's so many different movies that he done. It's like we can't zero. I mean, like Robert De Niro completely reinvented himself. This dude did Meet the Parents, Meet the Fuckers, and all that shit.
Oh, listen, that was the greatest, probably one of the greatest Robert De Niro transitions ever. Because I think he also went from because he was wasn't he in Taxi?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Some people say that.
Go ahead.
Some people say that was his like greatest performance. Like
that's what I'm saying. Going from that
go back to watch Taxi,
switching into the Italian mob role, and then leaving that to go to the comedic role in his older ages. Like, I think that was probably his best transition. Yeah,
totally agree. But like this class of legends that we still have, we're fortunate to still have a lot of these dudes still here, and they still putting out work. I just seen that Al Pacino got something new coming out, I think this month, end of this month, I believe. Okay. And it's like for these people to still be putting out the heat, like we mentioned earlier, Tom Hanks got a new movie, Apple TV Plus movie that just came out. So for him to still be putting in work the way he's putting in work, and it's still great work. Even though Captain Phillips, I mean, we all know the line ain't said by Tom Hanks. I mean, I am the captain now. Like that's you know what I'm saying? But Tom still on the movie. He's still on the movie. That dude just on the moment. That was you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Well, that was only because of I think if it wasn't in the trailer, then nobody would have cared about it that much. Because in the trailer, when he said that and then it shut off and then went into the movie thing, I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? I didn't even know I didn't even know what it was about at first until I seen the reports that it was like about the Somalian pirates and shit. I just thought this nigga was getting hijacked.
Hey, you said, look at me. I am the captain now.
Hey man, they made sure them niggas looked starving, didn't
they? No, he looked that way for real.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I seen him on the red carpet.
But he ain't have like I'm talking about. They sprayed the sweat on him, had him in the Jerry curl. They gave him the third world hand me downs and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, they really looked the part.
Yeah, that movie was wild, man. That movie was wild. And even Sully was wild. Even though Sully gave me that. The crazy part about Sully was when that plane crashed in the Hudson. They made Sully like it came out like 2 years later. That shit was quick.
Let me tell you something, brother. I didn't watch it. I seen it happen in real life.
I didn't see it happen.
It was all over the news.
I mean, it was, but I wasn't paying attention to that shit.
Yeah, I didn't need to watch Sully. But I don't know. You right about that though. Like they say, wherever dude goes though, like that's he's the topic of discussion everywhere he goes.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then like even when you look at like, I mean, all the Toy Story shit that he's done. He was in The Simpsons. Yeah, his voiceovers is just crazy.
Toy Story alone. You can do the Polar Bear Express, bro. You can do
The Simpsons. He was in the Simpsons movie.
He was in something else too. Toy Story, Polar Bear Express, Simpsons. What else was he in? I'm missing one. Oh my god, I'm missing one.
Damn, there's so many Toy Story ones, man. It is crazy. Cars.
Yeah, he was in Cars, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, dude does his thing, man. He really does. So, since you know what I'm saying, we don't have since we don't have any Fire Flames because we're not doing an actual review. Are you ready to give out, you know what I'm saying, your top 3 appreciation movies?
I'm gonna try.
All right, I'm gonna try to do mine without looking at the list.
Man,
I think I got it.
All right, what you got?
Okay, I got The Lady Killers. Even though he had like a slight role in that, he wasn't too into it, but he was still in there because The Lady Killers was actually a hilarious movie. I got Big. Okay, and then I got this is a tough one. Sheesh. I'm gonna roll with Forrest Gump, even though I think it's all cap. I'm still gonna roll with Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was still a good movie, but I think that man just he made some shit up on the fly, man. So I'm gonna go with The Lady Killers, Big, and Forrest Gump.
Cool. I'm gonna go with obvious selection. I'm gonna go with Da Vinci Code. Da Vinci Code is one of my favorite movies.
Mine too.
Oh man, this is tough. He got so many bangers. Damn. I mean, is it Castaway? Yeah, Castaway was that joint, man. A League of Their Own. I ain't gonna front.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm trying to think of movies that I've actually rewatch. You know what I'm saying? Like not just to put a movie out there that everybody knows.
I didn't want to do Da Vinci Code because that's too easy.
I get it. I get it. Damn, Tom Hanks. You know what? Bridge of Spies, man.
Bridge of Spies.
I'm gonna go Bridge of Spies. I'm gonna go Da Vinci Code, Bridge of Spies, and A League of Their Own.
Cool, man. So since we are doing an appreciation episode, if you guys are listening, make sure to hit us up with on our social pages and let us know what are some of your favorite Tom Hanks movies. Coming soon.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Coming soon.
So, coming soon is a movie that I just watched today. Okay, so quick confession: this is not my first time seeing this movie. I
You
actually
you
have
forgot.
seen this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have seen this movie before. Now, when I first seen it, I don't even remember it. But now that I've seen it, I'm mad that you know what I'm saying. I rewatched it.
I might be feeling the same way. I remember when I threw this on the list, and it was really more of the conversation around the movie.
Right, but no, don't get me wrong though. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah,
because it's an interesting concept. It's just the writing is not what I expected it to be.
Cool. And the movie that you're speaking about, the next movie we doing, people, is Stigmata.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Starring Patricia Arquette. You know what I'm saying?
Neil Long.
Neil Long. I was about to say, look, you about to fuck me up. I was about to say the brother of David Arquette.
The sister of David Arquette.
The sister of David Arquette and the other sister of Patricia Arquette. They got a whole family affair. I didn't know his mother was an actress. They actually fathered their mother. But yeah, man.
He went the comedy route for a little bit. He was doing great with that. Real quick, Patricia Arquette got a fucked up grill.
Man, come on, man. Why you gotta do it like that, man?
You'll see it in HD
I know.
when you watch it. Trust me.
I know. I didn't want to call it out on it.
It's one specific scene. It's one specific scene in the movie that I seen and I looked up. I was like, "Whoa!" She's throughout the movie. It's cool though. It don't look that bad. But then that one scene,
they zoomed in on it.
Nah, they ain't even zoom in on it. It was just they, you know what I'm saying? They just had her. I don't know. It might have been the way she was angled or it might be the way the camera was angled. Whatever it was though, sheesh.
Dude, I will say this before we get out of here. These new TVs, whatever D you want to call it, dude. Because I told you, I'm rewatching The Sopranos. You know, Sopranos 99. No, first year was 90. That's another thing. Sopranos started in 1999.
Really?
So, yes, the first season is 1999. So I'm on the second season right now, which is 2000. But to look at it now. And like, dude, they be zooming in on these women faces, and you can see how thick their makeup is. Yeah. It's like, yo, but it's like, but these new cameras, because I'm pretty sure that shit didn't pick up.
You know what? Okay, I get it now. It makes sense because Curb Your Enthusiasm came out in 2000, and that had horrible. You know what I'm saying? That camera was. That shit was in 140p. The resolution on them cameras was trash.
Yeah, it's just funny going back and watching an old show in the times that we're in now. Like, it's some interesting shit. But I gotta share this with the world before we get out of here. So, you know when there's a moment where your kid just amazes you, right? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? So the timing on it was crazy. So I'm sitting here watching The Sopranos, and he always come in and come chat with me for a minute and go back out. So he comes in, and the thing about Tony Soprano is, you know what I'm saying, for the people who don't know, he's a gangster, but he has anxiety attacks, and he go to therapy because of it. He end up making fun of therapy, but he keeps going back. So anyway, he's in therapy, and they're talking about one of his I don't know if they're family, but one of his top right-hand man just got shot up. So he's laid up in the hospital bed. And so my son comes in when he's talking to the therapist. And he was like, he said, soldiers don't go to jail. Oh, no, he said soldiers don't go to hell. He says, because soldiers kill other soldiers. The Alchemist put out a CD early this year. Well, an album early this year. You know what I'm saying? This Thing of Ours. Only 4 tracks, EP. Got one song on there called TV Dinners. In the middle of the verses, like one dude come first and Brody James goes second. In the middle of that verse, they took that scene of Tony saying that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then Brody James came in. So we were sitting there watching it, and he was like, soldiers shouldn't go to here because soldiers kill our soldiers. My son looked at me and said, Dad, that's that same thing that they say in that song. I was like, you realize that? Like, you noticed that shit? He was like, I didn't say shit, but I was like, you noticed that? He was like, yeah. He was like, dude, I was so amazed. I was like,
man,
because
you might have a musician on your hands, man.
dude, man, I'm telling, because I be playing like a lot of samples and shit for him.
Yeah.
Like, because like I listen to a lot of old music, and so one of my favorite songs, dude, is "I Need You" by Frankie Beverly and Maze. But 50 Cent sampled that song with Hustler's Ambition, and like, so we was listening to Hustler and Ambition the other day. He was like, "Dad, that's that song you be listening to all the time." I was like, "What you talking about?" He was like, "This is a sample," and I was like, "Yeah."
That's what's up, man.
But for him to pick a line, like, dude, and it was just so random for him to come into my room at that time when he asked, because I didn't know who said that. I didn't know when I heard, because I heard the song first. You know, I didn't know where Alphamis got that sample from. And then just to be sitting there watching it in live time, and my son just happened to be in the room with me at the time where he said that. And he said, "Oh, Dad, that's in that song that you listen to."
That's crazy.
Crazy, dude, crazy. I just wanted to share that, man. I was excited, man. But I was also able to turn it on him. I said, because if you can remember that.
Oh, don't do that, man.
I said, but I want A's, man.
Don't do. You got to cut. Who are you, your parents? God, man. How old are you?
I flipped on it. I flipped it on. I said, "Boy, if you can," I said, "If you can pick this out." I said, "Hey, bud." I said, "Hey, I want no grade," but he been doing good. He been getting his grades
man,
up. But
you know how I felt when your parents told you that, man. Why would you do that to that boy?
Man, that's the problem. My parents never told me that, man. That's why I never went.
Nobody said if you can remember that music, then you should be able to remember your homework or any variation of that to you in your life. Nobody told you that?
Man, listen.
Somebody said that to you before.
Well, I will say this though. All right. So when I went on my one visit to Tusculum College, right? And they asked me to take the SAT. I was like, yeah. So I didn't do too well on it. So they told me to take the ACT. So the ACT go by a different grade scale. Scale. So like
ACT is like 0 through like 18 or something like that, ain't it?
Something like that, yeah.
Or like 20 something, yeah.
I think it's a little more because the problem that I had is
SATs is like something
like
hundreds.
700s, 8 to like 15. Yeah, like 12, yeah. So I think they told me I needed a 19 or some shit like that to get in. So, and another thing that's different is that there's a science part on the ACT. So my ass got a 13 alone on just the science part. So that tells you how bad I had to do on the other shit. But my cousin was like, I had my one cousin, Mike. He was like, dude, you playing stupid. I'm like, what is you talking about? I was like, why would I play stupid? He said, science is the hardest part of the whole test. And you got a 13 alone just on science. So he thought I failed the test on purpose. I was like, yo, that probably was all guessing.
Right, because I don't want to go to college. What?
Yeah, like what sense does that make? But yeah. I'm gonna have one person, but my parents never got on me about my grade. They never even looked at my report cards.
Oh, you lucky.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's why I graduated with 2.5 GPA.
Shit, the fuck you ain't. You lucky, bro. I wish my mom would have never checked my report card. Shit. I graduated high school and did no homework.
Dude, I didn't study at all.
And I graduated with a low B average.
Dude, I literally, I could probably count it on my hands and toes how many times I actually did work outside of school.
Oh, no. Listen, facts. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't do no homework at all.
Nothing. And then
I used to fake homework just so my mom could check it.
And then the worst part was all I used to do was sleep in class.
Oh no.
I don't know why, dude. It was just like the perfect place to sleep, man. It was weird.
I had to stay up in class. In class, we used to have fun. We used to have fun in class. In class, we used to grill each other. We used to do all kind of stuff, bro. Like, yeah, class used to be lit. And I had ROTC, so you know what I'm saying? Like, it was lit.
Man, listen. I used to be that, when like you feel like you're dozing off and you think you just dozed off, but you really asleep. That's what I used to do all the time.
But somehow you could still hear and see everything that's going on.
I remember one time, I never forget this. You want to know who it was? It was Hustle Boy. We was in class, and like I was like, you know what I'm saying? I woke up, damn, but I almost fell asleep. He's like, dude, class is over now. He's like, me to sleep the whole
time. That's hilarious. It be like man. That though, man.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, but listen.
Go ahead.
Oh, but I was just gonna say, man, y'all can catch me at s.foster8 on Instagram and Twitter. At 28 minutes or less pod on IG, 28 minutes or less on Facebook. No new pod this week, but please go out and check out the last pod I put out about the Wu-Tang series on Hulu, or even go back and check out the one I did with VJ or Siege. So all major platforms. So rock with your boy.
For sure, man. Check me out at Scoots Bronson on Twitter. You can go on Twitch and check me out at Scoots Bronson there too. Just search Scoots Bronson. You should be able to find my page. You see Isolated Society pop up. You can check me out. I'm doing some gaming. I don't mess with IG no more because I'm still shadow banned. So you know what I'm saying? That's where you can find me at. You can catch us on IG and Twitter at Viewer9Pod. You can check us out on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. And like I said, man, if you guys have a favorite Tom Hanks movie, favorite Tom Hanks moment, if y'all got pictures with Tom Hanks, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and you know what I'm saying, shoot them to us, man. And let us see. And we'll see you guys Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And like they say in Hollywood, man, that's a wrap.
Good.